My name is Ihnm2018, President and owner of Ihnm2018 technically the CEO. However, much more importantly, I have Carrie Gould next to me, who is the COO. Carrie, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Carrie Gould. I am a degree in industrial and organizational psychology. I'm currently working on my dissertation to finish up my doctorate. I've had a lot of years experience in management, but I've also had a lot of experience in the psychotherapy world. Starting out as a social worker, originally being a foster parent, I've probably seen a lot. So I have feet in both worlds and I understand both very, very well.
Awesome.
I'm anxious to be back.
Awesome. Great coverage, and it's interesting how we came together because I started in psychology, doing my undergrad in that, and then I transitioned after working for an organization called Jewish Federation. Got to experience both the side of the psychology and the social work, and seeing how that social work side you were more engaged with family, not just the individual, but family meant something, community meant something, and we've seen, you know, over the last few years how community has become a big and important word, not just in America, but all over the world. And we are living in a culture that really binds people together. My educational background stems from, you know, starting at Montessori through a Jesuit-run high school of all boys, you know, being disciplined with the cane, so to speak, in the islands of Jamaica, but transitioning to, you know, universities such as Barry University, where I completed my master's, FAU, my undergrad, and now working on my doctorate in business with a focus in healthcare administration. So I want to just take a few moments just to kind of engage you with Ihnm2018 and what's it looking like for 2018. But before we can get to where we're going, we need to look at where we've come from. So Ihnm2018 has been around now for 4 years. We started in 2013, the year of my daughter's birth, October that year, and it's been 4 years now, and we've transitioned quite a bit. Last year we accomplished a lot of cool things. I would say, you know, quantity was the year last year, because we definitely grew in numbers and size and with projects, but ideally, I looking forward to 2018, you know, that should be a year of quality. Now Carrie missed last year. She took last year off, but Carrie, I'm excited to have you share just some of what you've come into a knowledge of so far, and how you see this new year 2018, how you'll be engaging with Ihnm2018.
Well, I'm really excited about all the prospects that are out there that we're going to be opening up into and expanding into. However, bringing my and IO Psych knowledge to it, we need to do it strategically and be thoughtful in how we expand so that we can conserve resources, and we'll be ready to roll into all the states that we already have work in. I think it's important for us to understand what each employee wants and needs to both do their job, but where they want to go. I firmly believe in servant leadership, and that's our role, to empower them, all of our employees, to be the best they can in a way that they can. We aren't ones that are going to tell them how to do their job. We want to make sure that they have the skills and they have the knowledge to be able to do that. So with that in mind, with all of the new ventures and licenses that we're getting, I think that we need to really come up with a strategic plan that outlines every step of the way so that it's a solid forward growth.
Absolutely. And, you know, just to kind of reinforce, you know, that, I mean, again, you know, we're an organization that comprises all sorts of individuals. We do partnerships with community organizations such as 4Kids of South Florida, the Big Children's Foundation, and, you know, organizations that are focused on impacting the disadvantaged foster child, or those that have come from the street, or the single mom, and so many facets of areas of need for our younger generation. But having said that, not just community partners in that regards, but also, you know, working with, whether it be employees or contractors or different staff, different vendors, you know, other organizations, you know, that are partnered in impacting healthcare, impacting the needs of the people, impacting families, impacting communities, ultimately to the uttermost parts of the world, as the saying goes. So again, we are truly excited about 2018 and what it will offer, and we look forward to to truly putting an emphasis on quality. And so I have since hired on a quality assurance manager that will be geared in working with the team collectively and ensuring that what we're saying we're working. We also have contracted a marketing team, New Era Collective, which will be at the forefront of putting us on the map in terms of what we look like. We currently have an ad pending in the good news, and we look to continue those marketing tools to essentially give light to what we do. And it touches me because I coming back from my marathon, I met this older lady that lived in Indiana. She was clearly in her 70s, and I normally don't use the word older, I like to say more mature, being sensitive to the population. But having said that, she passionately told me how, she knew of a few individuals that were in different settings that were not happy and didn't have an advocate or someone to speak and advocate on their behalf. And I can't tell you of the countless situations that we've been involved in, of someone that feels pressured or feels like they don't have a voice or feels like they don't know what resources are out there, and to be able to step into those shoes and to be able to assist is a powerful entity. So again, not just with that population, but also with those with a disability that's unable to speak up for themselves, unable to advocate, unable to do some of the basic things that we take for granted. Or it's the teen that feels like the parent is not understanding, not relating to them, and acting out in certain behaviors, but us having the understanding that when people act out, when they display certain behaviors, it's out of hurt, it's out of not understanding, it's out of confusion. And so our goal will be to help wonderful individuals like the young lady whose voice you hear and to overcome and to be able to speak and advocate for themselves. And so
it's very exciting. It's going to be an exceptional year for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you.